And a good evening to you. We are going to look at this question that a student has just forwarded to me. So I would want to look at what the question wants us to get, and we'll be able to get the answer to the question. So you have been told to evaluate. And what we want to evaluate is given here. So you have been told to integrate this expression, that is 4x cubic plus 2x plus 1. So this is a cubic function. So we are told to integrate this cubic function and be able to have the function integrated with respect to change in x, and the limits given in this integration are 3 and negative 2. So we first integrate this equation with respect to change in x and use these limits 3 and negative 2. So we shall obviously be able to first have the equation getting well integrated. So I'll give the solution to the question. So you've been told that 4x cubic plus 2x plus 1 should be integrated. You're wondering, why do I even say integrate? Because this is a symbol that represents integration. So it is the same as saying integrate this expression with respect to change in x. So integrating has to apply the following. Number one, ensure that the power is increased by 1. And the sum of the two will be able to get taken as the denominator. So what am I going to do here? I'll just come here and say 4x cubic. This is the first part of that expression. That part must have the power getting increased by 1. And the sum is taken as the denominator. So I'll have 4x cubic. Increase the power by 1 by having 3 plus 1. Then what is the sum of these two? 4 divided by 4. Plus 2x. An assumption is the power is 1. This is the second part of this expression. So the power is 1, increase that power by 1, then have this getting taken as our denominator. So that means 1 plus 1 is 2. So divide that by 2. So divide everything by the new power when that power gets increased by 1. Then plus, we have 1 here. Whenever a constant is present in an equation and that equation gets integrated, please ensure that that constant ends up having a variable, which is now x in this case. Then, of course, after that, add a c, which represents a constant. You know, when you differentiate a particular equation and get this, for example, you should always end up having a constant getting dropped. So during integration, that constant must get reintroduced in the expression. So this and this will disappear. So I'll have x power 4, that is 3 plus 1. Then plus this and this will disappear. I'll have x power 2, then plus 1x, then plus a constant c. So this is now an integrated form of that expression. And once that integration has been done, we are now supposed to use these two limits to get the exact value of that. We shall start by first introducing 3 as our x. So we shall have 3 raised to 4, then plus 3 raised to 2 plus 1 into x. In other words, the first value that we are supposed to use is 3. So get the value of this within which we are supposed to have this as our limit. So the first is 3 and then the second is negative 2. We should always be able to put the larger one at the top, then the smaller one at the bottom. So use this 3 and negative 2 as the limits to get the exact value of this whole part that you have been given in this question. Now, and we shall say plus c. So this is the first part. So in other words, the whole of this part should be able to get worked with these limits getting put into consideration. So once you have actually integrated, use these limits 3 and negative 2 to get the exact value of that whole part, or that whole question. Then you shall say minus, let's now introduce negative 2 as our x. So we shall have negative 2 raised to 4 plus negative 2 raised to 2 plus 1 into negative 2, then plus a constant c. Now let's get the exact value of this. 3 raised to 4, that is 81. 81 plus 9, that is 90. 90 plus, so we know x is 3. 90 plus 3, that is 93 plus c. That is very correct. Then we shall say minus. Yeah, 3 raised to 4. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 9, 81. So 81 plus 3 times 3, 9. 81 plus 9, that is 90. 1 times 3, 3. So 90 plus 3, 93. So 93 plus C, a constant. Then we shall go to this other part. Negative 2 raised to 4. Whenever you actually raise any negative value to an even power, the answer must be positive. And when raised to an important part of that, what you call the odd power, the answer must be negative. So negative 2 raised to 4, that is 16. So 16 plus negative 2 raised to 2, that is 4. So 16 plus 4, that is 20. 20 plus negative 2, that is 18. So we shall have 18 plus C. Let's open the brackets. 93 plus C minus 18 minus C. So it will be 93 minus 18 plus C minus C. So it is 93 minus 18. So this is 13, that is 5, that is 8, that is 75, so 75. And of course, C minus C is just 0. So we shall have 75 as our final answer to that question. Correct.